Okay. Ooh. Okay. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? What's going on, family? What's going on? I know a lot of y'all at work. Y'all can be watching this after the fact. But today, we're going to be talking about some things that I know a lot of us are experiencing right now. Whew. Let's go. Because we're going through ascension right now. The chosen people are going through ascension right now. If you ain't feeling nothing, then I don't know if it's time to tap in. I don't know if you have time. Maybe you do because you're here. If you're here, you probably are. And you're not feeling nothing, or you're not getting no downloads. If you're here, then you might need to hear this message today. Man. How's it going, everybody? Now, a lot of people who are here, they don't know if they're a part of this particular group. Remember I said, you're chosen for many reasons. You're chosen to experience these things. You know, matter of fact, and if you know how we do when we come on our lives, if you resonate with anything that I am saying today, put a 1 below. And before I get into what I was going to say, I'm going to talk about this download real quick that I got about 3 years ago. I got a lot of downloads in 2020. And this download was that I felt like I'm some type of god of destruction, and many of us are gods of destruction because we are gods. And we sent ourselves here to see if humanity was worth saving. And if we deem it not worth saving, we're going to wipe it out. And I heard somebody say this the other day, and I'm like, I remember that download I got in 2020, that we're here to observe and immerse ourselves in humanity to attempt to help it save itself. To attempt to help it save itself before it's too late for them. If this resonates with you, put a 1 below. Okay? You spoke before of why light beings should not travel. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll talk about that real quick before I get into it. Because if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it on the spot. The reason why I felt like light beings shouldn't travel right now, certain light beings, one is if you're getting the message that you shouldn't travel. Two is because this electricity we got going on is going to go. And I got a download back in October that I shouldn't travel nowhere. This was under a shroom experience. It said, I wanted to go to Arizona. And it said, nah, don't get on no planes right now. Don't get on no planes right now. I'm like, I wanted to go back home. Arizona. Right? And so I decided to not go anywhere. They said you're going to fly there and not with a plane. Say less. That's all I needed to hear. I can wait for that. So that's why certain light beings shouldn't travel. Now, certain light beings are traveling and you're divinely protected. You're traveling at the right time. I was told to stay put so I can focus on what I have to focus on. I have all I need where I'm at. That's what I'm told. And if I want to go somewhere, just go to the shore where y'all normally see me at in Atlantic City. I'll just go to the shore. So I'm good by the water. Now, today, we're going to discuss first ascension symptoms that many of us are going through. Okay? And if you feel like you're having pain in weird areas of your body, or if you feel like you're having stomach aches or you're getting sick, it's probably because you're going through ascension symptoms or you're eating food that's not compatible for your physical body anymore. It's not compatible. I'll give you guys an example. I've been dealing with a pain. I woke up with this pain in my shoulder area. It's been here for the entire month of last month. I woke up with this pain around January 2nd, and it's dissipating now because I'm applying urine compresses on it, but I feel like I'm at war somewhere else and I'm bringing the injuries here, or I'm ascending and the body is trying to adapt to it. There's two things. Now, I'm open to share my downloads because my throat chakra is wide open. And when your throat chakra is open, you say what's on your mind and you're not afraid to speak, even if individuals will call you weird, crazy, or whatever it may be. When your throat chakra is open, you're going to say what's on your mind. I'll give you an example. So my son, Reggie, 3, plays for a basketball team. On this basketball team, him and his other melanated teammates have been experiencing tremendous amounts of racism. I've noticed a lot of parents that see this will not say nothing. So I tried to change. I tried to call the director. I tried to talk to the coach. They are protecting this man. So after his last game yesterday, and it's not his last game, I decided not to let my son go through this and pull him off of the basketball team. Now, my son is the best player in the whole school with the highest point average. But as parents, we must protect our kids and take them to what's important. So now my mission with my son is to hone his body and mind and help him raise his consciousness. And I try to speak to people. And whenever I speak the truth to the parents, they get really quiet. And I said, well, if you know this is happening to your son, and you know what they do is they psychologically damage our children because they want to feel power around somebody that's melanated, they're going to go at our children. And if you are one of those people and you are tapped in, you got to realize that these demons are inhabiting these people and they're attacking your kids as well if your kids are in positions of power. So I said, it's your last game. You're done. We're gonna raise your consciousness because you're running out of time. And when these things begin to happen on this planet, I need you focused on something else so you're ready to experience it, so you don't enter into a state of psychosis. Because what's going to happen to many people in your life is if their consciousness is not at a particular point to be able to process the things that are going to happen on this planet, they're going to have psychosis. And their brains are going to fragment because their consciousness is not ready to deal with the things that they've only seen on television. Okay? So before I digress, when your throat chakra is open, you will say exactly what's on your mind. You will have no fear of saying it. It will feel worse not saying it than saying it because your throat chakra is open. So when you don't say it, it's going to manifest physically inside of your body as something else now, such as sickness, such as sadness, depression, regret, anger. Because now we're moving into the space we're gonna know. We're just gonna know these things. We're gonna know the secrets of the universe. We're gonna know the secrets that they've been hiding from us automatically. Because we're moving into that space of what we once were. I know many of you can feel it. So back to the ascension symptoms. Weird pain at times going up and down your neck, on the side or the back or the other side. Many of us are experiencing. If you're experiencing that, put a 1 below. But like I said, this shoulder pain is finally dissipating. But guess what else is happening now? Stomach pain. Okay? And I don't eat bad at all. But what's happening is we're moving to an area where we're not going to need to eat. And there's other things that's going to be energizing us. Right? My right shoulder has started to hurt a little bit the other day for nothing. I decided to stop. I decided to stop exercising. I stopped lifting weights. Stopped doing push-ups because I can't do no push-ups with this shoulder all messed up. I can't do no push-ups. So I just do squats from time to time. But for some reason, I don't even feel like I have to work out. You do what you want to do. I'm just telling you my journey right now at this stage. Just sauna, sound frequency healing, grounding, sleeping on a grounding mat, drinking water, eating food from time to time, once a day. That's all my body can take, and it can barely take that right now. So if you're feeling like that, you're not alone. We are going through this together. Our bodies are adapting, and many individuals are not going to understand this because it's not happening to them, but it's not for you. There are humans and there are gods on this planet. Ancient gods on this planet that are monitoring humanity, deciding whether you are savable or not. At this point, no. That's my decision. But I guess we got to talk about that. I remember one time I astral project to an area of us. It was a giant, we were in like a void of space. It was about 17 of us. And we were talking. And we were planning all this out right now, which we're going through. Because when we are in that place, solar maximum, whatever you want to call it, the solar flash ascension, we're going to know exactly what to do because we're planning this out behind the scenes. We're having battles behind the scenes. I'm told that I'm battling all night when I sleep. I'm up and I don't remember any of this. So we can do our missions here. Because if we remember our missions there, we're going to be too engulfed with it. We gotta do what we gotta do here. I know maybe a lot of you have thirsted for knowledge. Like, I gotta get this knowledge. I have to get this knowledge. I have to get this knowledge. You have some work you gotta do. Many of us are locked in right now because we know how close we are. And guess what? The powers that are about to be gone know how close we are too. Bunkers still built. Their bunkers are not going to be able to save them. If we can see through the earth, you're not going to be able. We're going to have our X-ray vision back. You're not going to be able to hide from us. You're not. And I remember everything that you did. I remember all the attacks you used. I remember all the people close to me that you inhabited to attack us. Okay? And for your friends and your family, this may be the last shot you have to help them wake themselves up. So you got to be a little bit more indirect with your information because if you come on too strong, they may turn their backs on you for the final time. But guess what, family? That was their decision. That was their decision. And let me tell you something. If you are scared from hearing what I'm saying, then you're vibrating with the frequency of fear and you're being consumed with that fear. Because the demiurges or archons or Satan or whatever you want to call it that is running this matrix right now feeds off of your doubt and your fear. That it's food. So if I'm telling you this and you're afraid, then you need to change your frequency ASAP and tap into who you are. Because who you are truly is not afraid of anything. Not afraid of being alone. Not afraid of being isolated. Not afraid of speaking the truth that you know to be true. When you are fearful, you create barriers that stops more information to be downloaded into you. You create invisible barriers because you become a food source. And why would food sources get downloads that can save other people? You're still on fear. Because you think you can be hurt is why you are hurt. Because you think you can be attacked is why you get attacked. If you would look at your opposition as something you can transmute and get stronger from, you would flip that energy. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of opposition around us right now. Those who are closest to us are the ones that can hurt us. Because let me tell you something. They're going to pull out all stops to try to slow you down. They think they can stop you. They can't stop you. They're going to pull out all stops to try to slow you down. Yes, so much opposition, so much deception. Look at the people first you trust the most. Look at them first and check their consciousness. Because if you can't have a high vibrational conversation with them, or they're not receptive to a high vibrational conversation, they can be used against you because their consciousness being here and yours being here allows them to be inhabited by energetic demons and parasites, the Agent Smith programming that I spoke about months ago. Be very careful right now with who you give your energy to. Because if they're not using what you're around and they're not giving it back to you, you're not using your energy for positivity, for their ascension, and they're not giving you anything back, they're taking from you. They're taking from you. They're now liabilities. And they will use those people more than anybody else because they're the ones you lay in your bed with. They're the ones you're raising. They're the ones you trust. Yup. Yup. Now, it is time to bring out the big guns. Because now I have to help people heal themselves on a cellular level. Cellular regeneration. Anybody who is subscribed to my website will be receiving a cellular regeneration download today. Everybody. All 22,000 people. And I got something coming around the corner for y'all on the other side of the game too. But we must be able to use the other forms of healing because this food is no longer feasible for that. It has been totally corrupted. Microscopic parasites live on all of the food. All of the food. And I don't care what anybody says online. I'm getting the downloads about it. This has nothing to do with selling my parasite cleanse. This has everything to do with why I came out with this shit and why you got to take it every day. Because I was asking myself a question. I thought that I could only be on this for 2 weeks and I got rid of them. Now you get rid of the ones that are living inside of you first. You take 2 after that fact to keep them at bay for whatever you eat after the fact, unless you're going on a fast. Now I wish this wasn't true. But I'm continuing to get these downloads that I don't hear anybody talking about. Maybe they know it. Maybe they're afraid to lose their following. Or maybe they just don't feel like they're protected. Whatever it means. But when I got off of my cleanse, I felt them coming right back on right after I would eat some food. I'm like, what the hell is that about? This was healthy food. Why do I feel like they're coming back on? Download. Because they're in all the food. They're microscopic. And when they enter in the water in your body, they expand. And then the movie, The Faculty, was shown to me in an image. Like, remember this movie? Now, they sent me a vision. Like, okay, remember when the parasite appeared to be dead, void of life? And then they put the parasite in the fish tank. And look how the parasite grew and came back to life. If anybody wants to learn about some parasites from other worlds, watch the movie The Faculty with Usher. And I forget who else was in it. Yes, it does. But you have to continue to take it to keep them at bay because it's in all the food. Now back to cellular regeneration. Today, on my YouTube and on my email list, I'm going to be dropping for free the track of cellular regeneration. Because we must take it a step further to heal your bodies. Now, so I don't get all the benefits wrong, I'm going to let you people know what is 66% downloaded. But I'm going to educate you a little bit on what cellular regeneration does to you and what it can regenerate. It can regenerate the brain, the body, dis-ease, restore energy, vitality, boost your immune system, your mental and emotional health, and it prevents you from anything else happening to you on top of that. You can listen to this every day You can go to sleep to this. It will heal things in your body that you didn't even know were broken. This is called sound frequency healing. You remember that whenever you listen to something and the waters in your body hears it, it turns into sacred geometry inside of your body. If you've ever seen sound being played to like little bowls of water and they change the frequency, it turns sacred geometry in the water. Well, that very same thing happens to your physical body as well. So we need something to counteract what's going on outside of us and keep the cellular generation sound frequency on us so we can rise in our frequency. And as we go through the ascension, it's not as painful as it would have been before you had that frequency. Also, all of the supplements are imbued with sacred geometry as well. I'll be going live talking about something else tomorrow or the day after that. All right? But I need people to tap into that because right now it's almost fully downloaded. Yeah, it's almost fully downloaded. It's a lot. So they gave me this cap cut gave me a difficult time downloading this. So I knew it was official because now I'm going to give you these things for free. The frequency healing. I'm going to put it on my website. I'm not going to put everything on YouTube because I'm not sure they're going to let that fly. But I am, for anybody that is on my website, I'm also going to give you guys versus dark forces and other things that I have in my stockpile as well because I have a lot. Okay. Now, let's discuss the solar flare because I can feel it. And these solar flares that are hitting the planet. The picture that I put up on my Instagram today is what I'm feeling like we're about to get back to, but at a higher level. Because we're only like this because we dropped in frequency. This is the chosen land that we're on right now, America, which is why it seems to be going through so much. But that time is almost over. It's almost over. So what you should do is watch what you're giving your attention to. What they're going to do next is try to distract you with all this celebrity stuff or this exposure. These celebrities exposing each other when they're all a part of the same group are here to distract you. And what they're doing is bringing out the big guns to keep your eyes off of yourself. And I know it's easy to fall distracted to because their mastery is trigonometry, mental manipulation. That is what they've mastered. So if you don't understand who you are, you will not be able to see the tricks that are right in front of your face. Let me tell you something. All these celebrities are on the same team, fulfilling agreements to get your eyes off of it when the time came. I'll give you an example. That's why I don't like watching YouTube too much anymore, because I'll scroll by my YouTube and something to pop up, right? Why did LeBron put a cryptic tweet with an hourglass? Something about time is up. And they're trying to say, why do you say this? It's about the playoffs? No, it's not. Or a trade? No, it's not. Because these people know the time is almost up, family. I'm telling you. And one of the things that you have to focus on is knowledge of self. Once you start doing that, you will see how much energy you're keeping throughout the day and how much energy you give away throughout the day. How much are you giving away? Who are you giving it to? What are you giving it to? And is it worth it when you're giving it? Is the people that you're giving it to receptive? If they're not, give it one more time and be done with them. But if you're already done with them, don't even go back. Let them live. As long as you planted the seed, you did your job. We made an agreement to help people, to help them raise their own consciousness. You can't physically raise anybody else's consciousness. They have to hear you and do the work on their own. The most difficult people to get through are the kids and the spouses. But if they're not raising their consciousness, they all can't come. They all can't come. You know, somebody asked me the other day, why do you continue to help people that aren't listening to you? Some people call me that probably take advantage a little bit of my friendship, and they ask me questions, and I give them the same answer over and over again. Then I realize that I'm here helping them because I must have an agreement to help them, because I wouldn't just help anybody. And you call me and you don't get it. So certain people that you're in your life with, I'm like, why am I doing that? Because certain people you have agreements with that you're not going to give up on them. And certain people you have agreements with that you're just planting the seed. It's up to you to decide which person that is. And there are certain people that you said you're going to help that you're going to now give up on. And by you distancing yourself from them and not helping them anymore is going to finally make them wake up, because now they realize, wait a second, I just lost somebody who was dropping jewels on me, and I ignored this person for years, and now they turn their backs on me. My life is in disarray and turmoil. Now I'm going to listen. So you have to realize that there's many parts you're playing in this game right now. There's many parts you're playing in this game right now. And as a chosen one, you have to be able to accept the bad and the good of what it is you do. Because as chosen ones, we are the stomping mat to many people. Because of our empathy, we attract narcissists. People that will abuse and use us because we operate in that green Etherian energy. And they take it for weakness until we bite back. But we bite hard now, don't we? How hard do we bite? Please don't mess with us. We're trying to help you. We're on the frequency of love. Don't do that to us. Somebody said, do you have animals? I hear voices and sounds coming through. Nah, that's directly to you. They must be talking to you. They must be talking to you. Because my animals are somewhere else right now. My daughter's in the other room. So, I don't know. That might be directed right to you. Maybe your spirits and your spirit team are trying to talk to you. Telling y'all. No, see, Bones, what did we just say about being shook? What did we just say about being fearful of anything? Even our spirit team. How can our spirit team get to us if we're afraid of us? Right now, I'm learning about the Orishas and trying to figure out what Orisha I want to work with. And one thing in the book that I'm reading about the Orishas is it says that most people are afraid to work with the Orishas, which is why they don't work for you. But when you're not afraid, because you realize they're your family, you'll work with them. And they'll do your bidding if your intentions are right. And we'll talk about the Orishas more as we go on. The 7 Orishas. It's more than 7, but the 7 powers of man, the Orishas. We'll talk about them later. But that's what I read in the book about being afraid to work with your team and working with your ancestors before you work with your Orishas. Right? Yeah. The 7 Orishas. 7 powers of man, they call it. Right? So please be mindful of that. Somebody asked, what do you think about taking shrooms daily? I think microdosing daily is great. Macrodosing daily is not. You need to be here. You need to be here to experience this. Right? I go under on shrooms once every 2-3 months now, because after going under on shrooms for a high degree, you learn on shrooms that you're really here for this experience, and you go there to learn. It's like you're going in a chamber of consciousness of where you're from when you're tapped into information and you go on the shrooms. But only if you're tapped into knowledge of self and information. It depends on how your shroom experience is, what your shroom experience does. You see? So I would not tap in every day on a macro dose. You could tap in on a micro dose. But we're moving to a place where we're going to feel like that all the time anyway. And the macro doses only give us a preview to the future. I know sometimes when I macro dose, I can't tell the difference between now and what's about to happen. So I will enjoy the moment of the future in the macro dose. And then I will tap in my life by what I pour into my mind with the consciousness and the knowledge that I expend. Constantly working on yourself, constantly working on your emotions. Every time you work on your emotional control, your consciousness is raised, because your emotions are controlling you if you are not using them to direct you to higher consciousness. See, where we're from, we don't deal with emotions. We have full control of what we are. But emotions were something in the human construct where we sent ourselves here to master. You see? And when you realize that your emotions are controlling you and making you act impulsively, and you realize this, you now observe them as you feel them. I think one of the biggest things that triggers my emotions these days is traffic. So I'm working on traffic right now. What triggers your emotions? What's the one thing that triggers your emotions these days? And here's the thing. When these beings know what triggers your emotions, they'll use it 5 times more right now. Like the Truman Show, but human game. You're driving somewhere, you're rushing, and I'm leaving my neighborhood, and somebody will always cut me off and drive slow, very slow, under the speed limit, slow. Right? I'm like, so today it happened again, because it happens every day, right? And I'm like, okay. I'm going to just let it go, let it happen, and just cruise and enjoy the moment. You know? Just cruise and enjoy the moment. Because they're trying to trigger you so you can act impulsively. You see? So what triggers you right now? What is the emotion you have to work with right now? So you can begin to work on it right now. Because your emotions direct you to greatness or deter you from greatness. You see? Now, it's very difficult to control your emotions when you have energetic parasites constantly attacking you. Or parasites inside of your body that's controlling your brain. Getting you to eat food that will also mess with your emotions, your happiness. How much serotonin is in your gut? 95%. What type of neurotransmitter is serotonin? Your happy neurotransmitter. Which is why when you go outside and you get the sun, your stress decreases, which is why they're blocking the sun every day. I finally got some sun yesterday for the first time in a week and a half. I got out there immediately and just sat in there and read. It's about to be blocked again. I don't know how long. It's about to be blocked again. I see it blocking again. But you need to be able to harness the inner sun within you right now. Because you're a percentage of the sun. Percentage of the sun, person. You see? You see? Yeah, it has. It's been about 7 hours of sun in all of January. It has. That is not a coincidence you're blocking the sun to this degree. But because they're of a primitive nature, comparable to what you are, They're just trying to deter your ascension by deterring your emotions by blocking the sun. Because they know that you're upset. They know you're sun people and you're upset because the sun is not out. So the things I tell myself is to say, you know what? I appreciate the sun not being here right now so I can harness the inner power of the sun. Because if I can ascend without that sun, I'm a beast out here. A real beast. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You know? Had to get my tea real quick. Mix this up though, this bottle. There we go. Get my tea real fast. So you transmute anything that's happening to you and you turn it into gratitude and positivity, which is how you flip the energy on demons or demons that are trying to affect you. That's one of the things about manifestation that we have to begin to master, because when things appear to happen to you, you have to make them appear they're happening for you. The sun not being out here is happening for me so I can ascend without it. That way, when it comes out, it's only a bonus. Because if I can ascend without the sun, that means I'm tapping into my inner world and not looking externally. There's nothing external that can stop you. It's all internal in the way you see it and your perspective about it. Do you see? Some of us don't have the sun, but we have the sun here. That's cool. We have the sun here. You know? And if you get the sun, get the sun. I'm happy for you. I'm grateful that some of my family are getting the sun. And I'm grateful that other parts of my family have to ascend without it. That makes us all that much stronger now, doesn't it? Solar plexus. That's right. The sun right in the solar plexus. You see? You can also fire gaze as well. You know? Yeah. Has the sun been looking lighter and not golden? The sun looks white to me. When it was out yesterday, it looked white. And when I gaze at it, there's sometimes there's a blue aura around it and a red aura around it. That's what I've been seeing. You know? So, yeah. Ashton said, even without a candle, focuses on my fire breath. Hell, that's called the Tummo breathing. Tummo breathing. Look it up. Tummo breathing. The Tummo breathing breath work. Hold. Put your tongue at the top of the roof of your mouth and harness the inner energy. I just got hot. Harness the inner energy inside of your solar plexus. Face the energy down to your dantian. Feel me? Tummo breathing, family. Get into it. Love it. Love it. I love it. But we're going to be flying soon out here. And we're going to lose a lot of people. But that's okay. That's okay. They'll reincarnate as our children. And we'll raise them right. It's okay. Some of them will go to other realities where they have to learn this again. Damn. Other programs. But this here, my last incarnation. How about you? You know what? No, it's not. Let me stop. It's not my last incarnation. It's my last incarnation as this. My next one. Listen, y'all, let me tell you something about what you are and what you can do. If you're God, right? If you can think it and visualize it, that means it exists simultaneously. Omnipresence, right? What have you been thinking lately of what you are or where you're going? I know what I've been thinking. I've been thinking exactly what them pictures that I've been putting up, I've been having AI create those. I'm telling it to do certain things, and it's creating exactly what's in my mind, which is why when your consciousness is higher, AI is good. The reason why AI is not good in this time for certain people is because their consciousness is lower than AI. When with our family, who we really are, we use AI all the time. But because our consciousness is pure, we use AI correctly. You see? So because my consciousness is pure, this is why I use AI to create. Those images I create are what comes from my consciousness. I ask it to do certain things, it creates it as I tell it to do. That's how you create as a God. It's like a preview to what you can visualize as a God. Creator. That's why when y'all see those images, you're like, damn, I feel like that's me. Because we're reflections of each other, ain't we? And we come from the same thing, the same places. We had the same experiences, just in different bodies. So my question to you is, where are you going next? Are you going to be a helper, a spirit guide? Or are you going to fly and command dragons? That's what I'm doing. Get back to that fire bending. Get back to that element bending. Get back to the glekarasokurem bostilereki flyrungo teker atsukularam. Flarem keep tikiveris klarasokurum. Vlemstukurum bulevetikiverakla asokaretsukularem sukaburus. Get back to your languages, klaresikurum. Or are you going to get back to your telepathy, where you don't have to speak at all? I'm going there too. I mean, what y'all trying to do out here? You know what I'm saying? What you doing out here? Are you a victim or are you actually a god? I know I'm not a victim. Telekinesis, telepathy, suchometry, klepsuchometry. That was one that I was taught on my last experience, because I'm reading a couple books that's talking about suchometry. But before I read that book, in my last shroom experience, I got this image of I got this image of like a diagram like this, right? It went like this and it like that. It was a diagram. And I was learning this martial arts. And they told me it was klepsuchometry. And then I read a book about a couple months later talking about suchometry. So I'm like, okay, my family's on point. You know what I'm saying? Oh, listen. Herbal List Doc. You just brought something up that I'm glad that you brought up, because this is what we all need to do. If you feel like you're blocked and you're struggling to get to the next area of your life, you should clean your home and get rid of things that no longer serve you. I don't care if it has a tag on it. I don't care how much you paid for it. If it no longer has purpose in your life, get rid of it. Because your home here represents your mind. And lately, I've been feeling like just throwing everything out. Been cleaning up, throwing everything out. Right? So, that's what you should do. Before you clean up the world, clean up your home. Clean your room. Clean your car. You will feel so much better. I'm about to repaint this weekend. You will feel so much better. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, you know, that's because we all on the same frequency right now. Those who are here are meant to be here participating in this conversation right now. Because my spirit is inhabiting me. My spirit. Making me focus. I'm focused. Many of you are focused. Focused. Once I got the parasites out, awakened my mind with neurocognizance a little bit more, gave it a little octane boost with Shilajit as well, you know, there you go. There you go. And I'm going to make a pre-announcement right now. I was going to wait. Nah, I'm going to wait. I can't just tell y'all about that and I don't have it. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Because y'all been asking me for this for a little bit. And I got a little treat for y'all. Y'all want me to spill the beans before y'all can even get it? Why you want me to do that? That ain't no fun. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. And if anybody's wondering if my products work, read the reviews. Like 4 of them came in today. Read the reviews. But you, listen, what you mean you don't like waiting? We've been waiting for our ascension our whole lives. You still haven't mastered patience yet? Not saying you, just saying. Patience at all levels, family. Accidents happen. Y'all funny. Tomorrow, if I can get it up fast enough. You know what I'm saying? But people, I'm telling you, we've been waiting. Trust me, I've been there when we got our powers. I've been there when we remembered everything of what we are. And trust me, we will be happy we waited. Because when we get this knowledge that is ours, these abilities that are ours, oh, how good is going to feel, and how much you know you deserved it for going through all this craziness. Planet Earth, mission impossible for the people who view things that are impossible, but mission possible for those who have no limitations and are tapped into the things that do not limit them. Unlimited being, divine, God, Goddess on this planet Earth. Somebody said advice for strengthening memory. Alzheimer's runs in the family. It does not run in your family. I'm going to explain the whole running in the family thing. I'm going to go at the gene level, right? When somebody tells you something runs in your family, you must realize that you have an ecology of organisms inside of your body. And your genes will express themselves based off of other things your ancestors ate that gave them other problems. So, if you change what makes your dreams express themselves in a negative way, which is the habit normally of what you put into your body or how you handle stress, you will flip that whole "it runs in my family" thing. Your genes will not express itself in the way of Alzheimer's if you do not eat the food that makes your genes express itself in that way. That is why I say it runs in the family. Because we're all doing the same things and passing it through bloodlines with the same habits. That is why it happens. So if you don't want that to happen, change your diet. Change your mind. Change your perspective. Change what you put into your mind by what you see. Change that. Change the way your family approached healing. If your family is used to going to the white coats, trusting in their MEDI/sins, watch what's going to happen to you too. Right? Because your genes have the memories of everybody who's ever lived, which is why you look like the people that you came out of. Your sister, your brother, your mom, your father, your uncle, your cousin. You look like each other because your dreams are expressing themselves in the same ways with small different variations. Habits are an expression of genes. Right? So we must realize If you want to change gene expression, you must change the expression of you. And if we want to talk about supplements, we could talk about those too, because Shilajit helps that. Neurocognizance, which has what she just said, Ginkgo, does that. Neurocognizance, healing the neural activity in the brain, stimulating it, firing off. Shilajit, detoxing the heavy metals from your body. Known to help out with Alzheimer's. So there you go. There you go. And you're the one who's going to change your family by your habits, by your thought process. If you had family that was scared of things, you got to take risks. You chose the family you're in right now. You handpicked them for exactly what they were. So we must stop getting mad at our family for being how they are. We're the ones that's going to change them by changing us. You don't even got to say nothing to them about nothing no more. Just change yourself. Change yourself. What's your take on self-healing physically, like through meditation? I have an exercise for you if you want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, I taught myself this one through, because once you learn one thing, information comes into you of how to really do it. Because a lot of times we learn these things on a surface level, but we know the deeper aspect of that. So let's talk about self-healing through meditation. Now, when you're meditating, this self-healing technique is incredible. Also, exercise while you're meditating too. Because what your mind sees, your body expresses. What your body feels, your body also expresses too. So, when you are in meditation, sit with yourself and visualize the cells in your body being regenerated. Visualize yourself healthy. If it's losing weight, visualize yourself losing weight. This is one of the biggest techniques I use to heal my second Achilles. Uh-oh. Let me turn this down because it's finally uploaded. It just came up on me. Hold on. There we go. It's finally uploaded. All right. Let me get back into it. Okay. So, now, this is how, in 2021, they tried to mess me up, but it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I tore my second Achilles because sugar is our kryptonite. And because my wife at the time was making her dessert book, we had a lot of sugar, testing out all the recipes. And sugar is my kryptonite. So I'm playing ball, eating all the recipes, tore my second Achilles. They messed the surgery up. I wound up having 4 surgeries that year. It got infected because he put something in me, didn't do it right. And then they had to cut away 70% of my Achilles tendon on my right foot. Now, if y'all saw my videos on my other page, I'm actively playing ball. And I'm nice. How would I bring that back when doctors said I would never walk the same again? Nevertheless, run and jump. I do box jumps when I go to the gym. Right? How'd I do it? I sat there and I imagined myself in a different state than what I was. And I felt how it would be to be healed from that type of injury. And I sat with it for at least 5 minutes a day. I felt the joy of being able to run again while I was in deep meditation. I saw myself being able to exercise again while I was in deep meditation. I saw the cells in my body heal while I was in deep meditation, because on December 21st in 2020, under plant medicine, I got the download that when we are in our higher states, we can think it and it will be healed. Self-regeneration. We get shot, we think it, because we're one with our bodies at this state. We're one with ourselves. and we can heal. We can go to parts of our body, see what's wrong with it, think it, and heal instantly. But we have to begin to tap into this knowledge again. You see? It's more than just eating out here. Piece by piece by piece we get. If someone's diagnosed with bipolar, would your neurocognizant product be safe? It would be safe. It's safe for everybody. I don't know if it's going to heal bipolar disorder, but shit, you better try. Remember, the way the body expresses itself is based on what that person eats as well. So different people have different things based off of this poison food we're eating. Could have got that from the bad food. So you got to try it. You got to try it. You got to try it. Ultra Instinct vibes. Who do we think they got Ultra Instinct from? We are the original Ultra Instinct people. You see? If you look at Dragon Ball Z, I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Can I? Look. Boom. Right? I'm sorry, my thing's blurry. That's what I look at every day. To remind myself of what I am. I look at this every day. Every day I see who I am. I had this Broly remade as a melanated god. Like me. Because that's what we really can do. Think about it in Dragon Ball Z. Their hair stands up. When our hair locks, what stands up? Our hair. What does it grow to? It grows to the sun. Ultra Instinct is like being charged with solar energy. Solarenkiet Sukurem. Come on now. Come on now. You have to surround yourself with images like you of power. You see what's next to me? Images like you. That like you. Remind yourself of what you are. A lot of these ancient gods that are deified are you. We got Isis walking around here. Probably got Anubis walking around here. Y'all know we got King Tatarisa Red Keys running around here. Come on now. Know who you are. Kletsikara for him. Beamiskew. Come on now. A lot of you are them. It is you. Chosen one. Look at y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who y'all are. Stop acting like you're less than. Living like you're less than. Living in fear. Why would you do that? You can't die anyway. So what are you afraid of? Come on, yo. Let's get real. Let's get real. Charge up. Y'all gonna listen. Y'all are gonna love the Cellular Generation track. And you're gonna feel it the first day. Give it to your friends. Give it to your family. I'm giving it to you for free. I had to pay for that. I'm giving it to y'all for free today. Because I appreciate the support for all the years that I've been online. My companies, when I first started, a lot of y'all have been following me online for like 10 years now. And this is my thank you to you, but I have way more thank yous than that. I got some stuff in the bag that we need right now. I got this track that enhances your magical abilities. I have this track that clears and cleanses your conscious mind. I have this track that will assist in awakening your DNA. As a matter of fact, when you hear it, you're going to want to work out or run. See how I start pausing when I said that? They're like, don't give them too much. You don't be giving this to them. Charge them for everything. What happens if you get it for free? Would you still value it? I've realized that the reason why a lot of people that are out here charge you a lot of money for a lot of things It's because they know that you wouldn't value it until you gave them something that you value, which is your money right now. So please, as I'm giving this to you for free, please value it and use it. That's all I'm saying. Because it is valuable. And it does work. I got this one that take you to Asgard. Higher world attunement. Come on, y'all. What can you do? What can you really do? Are you doing brand ambassador with earthly elevation? Yeah, I could do that. I'm going to build out an affiliate program, but I don't know how much time we have, so I'm just trying to give y'all product while we can. You know, stock up on product before this power goes out. Just stock up, because you're gonna be glad you have it. So stock up. You know, where are you releasing it? I'm releasing the first one today on my YouTube, Mr. Intensity and Coach Reg B, for the cellular regeneration that you can use today. The rest of them, I'm probably going to release through my email list on my website. Okay? So if you're getting my stuff and it's in spam, take me out of spam so you can be able to get that. Because I'm going to be releasing it on there as well. All right? What's going on, King Light? Long time no see, bro. Long time no see. Okay? But yeah, family, I'm telling y'all, with all things I said, I'm sure you can use about 4, 5 of these techniques today, to improve upon your life. We should not look at things as they're bad anymore. Everything is for you. Nothing is to you. Look at the things that are happening to us as good. I don't care if there's no sun. I don't care if somebody cuts you off. I don't care. And stop spending your time with people who are not also pouring into themselves. Require them to pour into themselves or leave. Because if they're not pouring into themselves, or they cannot pour into themselves with you, or they cannot be enlightened by your divine presence, they do not deserve to be around you. Because what you are is special. What you are is divine. Do you know how difficult it was to find yourself in this matrix? I think a lot of us do not see how difficult it was to find ourselves in this matrix. Let me tell you how difficult it was. There's only about 1% of us truly out here, comparable to 1 billion people. You special, for real. Stop playing with that. Just because you know this information and people devalue you and look at you like you're crazy and laugh at you. They laugh at me all the time. I laugh back. And I just say, thank you for your engagement. I appreciate your energy. They never comment back. They don't know what to say. Totally disarm them. They disarm totally. I figured out how to deal with bots on here. I smile. Thank you for your energy. I appreciate your engagement. And they shut right up. Y'all see what I be doing? Come on now. Mansa Musa. Ooh. I'll tell y'all something real quick about Mansa Musa. So, Mansa Musa has a temple in Arizona. And the first night I was in Arizona in March, in the desert, I astral projected to the temple of Mansa Musa. Now, this temple of Mansa Musa is cloaked in the mountains. And there's military outside of this temple. And I saw green and blue extraterrestrials moving things in and out of the temple. And let me tell you how powerful the gold was. Because the gold, not Sedona, not that one. That's where the dragons are under the ground. But in this part, it's near Yuma, right? And you can't get there without astral projecting. When I stood in front of the temple in my astral state, the vibration coming off of the gold made me drop to my knees and cry. And I'll never forget that. It reminded me of my Ibogaine experience when I went back to Egypt, and I was standing in front of a golden pyramid with 2 statues right here, instantly, which is why I realized that we can time travel through our consciousness whenever we want to, if we want to. We can time travel by thinking about the future right now if we want to. But to be able to do it as like I'm looking at you like that, it's special. It's special. So Mansa Musa has a temple in Arizona. Yup. A temple in Arizona. And I actually protected there. I remember in 2020, we were on Light, you were there. We was on a retreat. One of my plant medicine retreats. And we're walking through the Red Rock in Arizona. I love Sedona. I love Sedona. And I had to realize, like, why do I love Sedona so much? Why does this place feel like home? Why am I looking at this rock and I'm thinking it's a spaceship that's putrefied? And it's only cloaked because when the time is right, that rock is going to turn to something alive. Spaceship. A sentient spaceship, to be exact. Why do I keep on getting those downloads? I wasn't even thinking about that. And then I got the download. Yo, this is Egypt. Everybody looked at me like, what? I said, yo, this is Egypt. I read their energy. Half of them didn't believe me. They're like, oh, coach is crazy. He crazy. But now everybody talking about this is Egypt. See, when you get downloads, family, it doesn't matter how you look to people. It doesn't matter how you look. It matters what you feel and what you're getting. Because as a God, right? You're many of them. As a God, Elo, Elohim, as one of them, or whatever you are, right? Whatever you resonate with. If you think it and it's out of nowhere. Remember that light? Remember I said that back then? You remember that. So look, he was there. He was at all my retreats, right? And, when you're receiving downloads, if you're confident, no matter the opposition you receive from people who aren't getting them, you will be the one that gets more downloads and more to the point where you're like speaking languages because you accepted what was coming in and you didn't look at it as foreign. You're getting it for a reason. You're getting it because it's real. We don't just think things out of nowhere. See, when people say we're going through schizophrenia, to you, we're schizophrenic, right? To you, we're schizophrenic. To us, you're schizophrenic. Speaking of dragons, Light, remember in Arizona, when I started speaking the dragon language, what did you see behind me when I started speaking the language for the first time around the fire? Because the first time I spoke the language was in Arizona. I'm strongest in my shroom experiences. I'm strongest in Arizona. That's where my dragons are, right? What you see behind me? Tell them that. I think it's time to build now too, brother. Because I ain't talked to you in months. But dragons exist, family. That's why I keep on showing y'all pictures of dragons. They coming. But they ain't going to come when you're not ready. Right? I will have another retreat. There you go. So you said the trees around you all started morphing into dragons. I'm telling y'all. Now, Ramarox, if that's how you pronounce the name, right? I got you, bro. Would I have another retreat? Not right now. I'll have another retreat when we're all at a particular place and time. And I'm not traveling anywhere. So y'all will have to come to me because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to ask y'all to get on the plane if I'm not getting on the plane. That's not fair. We'll have a retreat when you can fly. Or something resets around here. But I don't think in the state that we're in, we can have one right now. So we have to take this right here as it is. Somebody said they had a new dragon show herself to me last week. And the reason why I'm repeating this when y'all can see it, because I'm going to put this replay on YouTube so they can understand what you guys are saying too. You know? So, there you go. as I'm going through another ascension in my stomach right now. I didn't even eat yet, and I can feel my body adjusting to these waves, these solar flares coming in. Sometimes it's painful as the body's beginning to adapt. Now I got pressure on my head. Getting hot. Yeah, it's happening. Woo! All right. It's happening. If anybody's gotten sick and you're eating healthy, ascension. But you got to chill with the processed food too. That's going to take you smooth out of here. That's going to take you smooth out of here. All right? So, yeah. Somebody said the right knee is jammed up. Yup. Didn't do nothing. Right? I was told I carry dragon energy with me for the first time. Any advice on tapping into them? Call on them. Call them in the way that resonates you to call on them. They're always there anyway, energetically, but call on them. Call on your dragons. Most of these rituals we're learning, a lot of them don't work anymore. It's what you created. What you create. We're moving to a different time where you can create your own rituals. You're a sorcerer. So all the information of creating your own rituals are inside of you right now. Many of them. Many of them. So create your own. I bet you it works. I bet you it works. I bet you it works. It's also about your intention as well. Are you righteous? Are your intentions good? Somebody said, why would a dragon appear to an individual? Because we family. Why wouldn't your family appear to you? You're protected. My dragons appeared to me several times. Many times. As a matter of fact, they appeared to y'all in October when I was bending the fire and we saw 2 elemental dragons in the fire. Snouts blowing smoke. You could see the red eye. You could see the mouth. Looked like an alligator in the fire. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Okay. Y'all, we having a good conversation today. Y'all questions are bringing out information. All right, check this right. So, I know it is a fact that my 3 cats are all dragons. And they all, when the right time, will shapeshift. My oldest cat, he lived a life with me before in a previous life. His real name was Thalamus. And he's the guardian cat around. The 2 other ones are the young dragons. Their names are Mystic and Magic. Right? So some of your animals are just dragons watching you. If you ever think about a cat, right? A cat is a mammalian reptilian. Because if you look at a cat, they sit under the sun, their eyes are in a slit. And if you look at them closely, they have the same eyes as a snake, a lizard, or a dragon. The only mammal that I can think of that has that attribute. Also, you see these videos online where cats are faster. A snake will strike at a cat, and a cat will pop them or dodge it because they're reptiles and one of the smartest reptiles of all time. Think about it. Think about it. People got mad when I did the video about parasites and cat poop. Yo, I love my cats. I love my cats more than I love my dog. I used to have a King Corso. After I read Malachi Z. York book, The Dog, I got rid of my dog right after that. And I got 2 cats. I doubled down. So I don't share information because I'm connected to it or I'm emotional about it. I share it because it's correct. You know what I'm saying? Cats are extremely smart. Yes. Yes. So if y'all didn't know that about cats, and I got the download about cats being reptiles and mammals, 2020. That was a hell of a year of downloads right there. That was a hell of a year. What about a dog I need to know? I'm not going to tell you. That's a whole nother conversation. But it's really not natural to clean up dog poop, to clean up behind an animal that if you stop feeding it could attack you. If you stop feeding the cat, they're going to go hunt for their food. But like I said, I gave you a resource. Get Malachi Z. York book entitled The Dog. And it won't just talk about the dog though. It'll talk about the other animals that were created by gene splicing. Like the pig. The pig is made from the cat, the rat, and the dog. It was created because they had to find a way to get into the mountains of Caucasus before they civilized them in the mountains of Caucasus. And they needed something that could eat anything because the entrance was full of dead flesh and waste. So they created the pig to get into that, which is why I say never eat the garbage disposal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, have you spoken the light language and had weird things happen around you? I did, and my tone changed and the fire alarms went off. So I stopped because maybe I was doing something wrong. Yo, I speak the light language, and my cats don't, like my oldest cat, he doesn't answer me and come to me unless I speak dragon language around him. I have to talk dragon to him to make him come to me. If I go like this, come here. He look at me like, nigga, you know what we do. Stop talking like I'm a regular cat. That's what he do to me. He'll just turn his back to me. But when I start talking the dragon tongue, he'll come right over to me, rub against my feet, and lay right under my legs. That's what he does. I'm telling y'all. Come on now. And it's a lot of questions coming in because we really getting into stuff, and the downloads are coming into me as you are talking. One more thing. Hey, Reggie, my oldest son's in here, the one I was talking about earlier. Do me a favor, Reg. Go in the garage, grab the weights, and start taking them downstairs and put them in the storage room. That's your job for today. So do that, all right? I'm giving them the sign. That's why you watching my live. You try and learn. If you want to watch my live, you can watch it, but that's your assignment for today, all right? Remember, you got to watch that video so we can talk about it too. How does your body change within going through the ascension period? I talked about that earlier. I know you probably just got here. I talked about that earlier, but I talked about it earlier. Yeah. Let me see, because I'm telling y'all. Let me see. It's a lot of stuff coming in, y'all. Every word out your mouth, we are truly all on the same wave. We on the same energy, man. That's why we got to continue to meet, bond together, talk, build. You know, I used to have Zooms, but the problem with certain chosen ones is they didn't want to show up. It's like, how you going to talk about having a community, and I put together a community. You're in the community, but you don't show up to the Zoom. If I was somebody that was in a group with people like me and nobody else was like me, I would show up to see what we talking about up in here. So I shut it down because I'm like, y'all wasting my time and I don't got time to play. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, man. Cats are definitely protectors. That's why I love the fact that I have 3 of them that just be secure in my house. Secure in my house. I remember this one time though, when the trolls, the Smurfs, and the fairies began to come around my house. They started wanting to come in the house. They looked really scared because they saw the trolls and stuff. It was crazy, y'all. Listen, I'm telling you, a lot of stuff that happens is wild around me. I just don't talk about it too much, but I'm gonna start talking about more that I don't talk about. I give y'all one. I give y'all one. Believe it or not, I don't care. So look, one day, my cat goes outside. He's outside for like an hour, right? I look on my porch, and there's a green being on my porch, about 6 feet tall. I'm like, what the? I know I didn't just see that. And then my cat comes in. I'm like, oh, you out here shapeshifting. You act like I didn't just see that. I saw that. Protectors. They be out there shapeshifting. They know when we see them. I call them. The only time I ever call him shapeshifting was the only time I ever call him shapeshifting ever. It's wild, y'all. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. What's the difference between having a black cat or a white cat? Listen, if you have white cats, don't look at it as a bad thing. Color is not always a bad thing. I just feel like black cats are the purest out of all cats. Which is why you don't really see too many wizards having white cats. You always see them wizards and witches having black cats. This is why they always made black cats seem like they were bad luck as well. Right? Right. The purity of the melanin-rich animal was always something that attracted me to the animal. Black cats seem to be... I've had many other cats. I've had striped cats. I've had crazy... Orange cats, out of all cats, are the craziest. Every orange cat I've ever had has been batshit crazy. I don't know what's up with that orange. The white cats have seemed a little bit more demonic. I had a couple white cats in the past, and they always seemed like they wasn't quite right. Because the lack of melanin trait in certain animals makes them deficient on certain things because they don't have melanin. And melanin ties you to love and more connection to the universe, right? But from my experience, I've had like 15 to 20 cats in my lifetime, and I've been able to see. And the white cats were the weirdest and most demonic. Orange cat was the craziest. Striped cats, they were cool. They were cool, right? But them orange cats is nutty buddies. They are nutty. But listen, like you, I love cats in general. I'm just letting you know the attributes of certain cats I had when I was younger, from my experience. I just had a white cat. I got rid of him. I had a white cat. I had 4 black cats and 1 white cat. I got rid of her though. So, because my big cat gave him fleas, and it was a long story. I wasn't trying to get fleas up in here. And here's one of the amazing things about a cat. When the cat lays on you and purrs on you, that purring, that vibration is attuning to what in your body needs to be healed, and they're healing your body when they purr on you. That's why cats purr. They're vibrating and they're healing you with the frequency of their purring. Just for anybody that didn't know, when cats lay on you and they purr, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. I'm dropping some jewels in this video today. I know I feel like I want to do a live video. I'm glad we had this conversation. And listen, if you have an allergy to cats, that's cool. Just tap in the regular way. You know, it's always good that for us that love cats to have our little guardians around. I love animals because I'm an animal person. You know what I'm saying? I'm an animal person. I love animals. I can speak telepathically to 2 of my cats. Mystic, man. I don't know. She don't like talking. She's too scary. But mathematics, also known name is Thalamus, and magic, I talk to them all the time telepathically. Because that's how cats speak. They speak telepathically. They're on another frequency. I talk to my cats telepathically. Believe me or not. This is normal for many of us, though. Like, nature stopped speaking to us because it realized we don't know ourselves. So it stopped talking. Imagine we could talk to nature again. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I need my honey. And one of the best things to consume these days that I love is honey. I am addicted to honey. I love honey. I saw a video with KT Arshagri. He was talking about how honey is one of the closest things to your DNA. I'm like, oh, I always consume honey anyway. I appreciate that knowledge, brother. Appreciate that. Raw honey. Not that garbage you buy in a store, like real good quality honey. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad we had this talk today. Manuka honey is fire. I'm glad we had this talk today. Stainless bee honey is fire. Or bee pollen. Bee pollen is good as well. Okay? Bee pollen is great too. It's another one. Yeah, he was talking about the stainless bee honey. Yeah, that one. That one right there. Yup. But listen, I'm probably going to go live again tomorrow or Sunday. I'll be receiving downloads up until that point because a lot of downloads have been coming through me lately. I'm sharing it with y'all. You know, tap into my YouTube in about an hour and some change because I'm going to be uploading Cellular Regeneration to my YouTube. Use it. Apply it. You know, go to the website. Grab Parasite Cleanse, Neurocognizance Trilogy. You know, use the code ELEVATE33 for 25% off on your first order. And if it's not your first order, Use buy worm. Buy worm. Was it buy worms or buy worm? Try either or. I think it's buy for 25% off. What is it? Buy worm. I'm checking my discounts. Hold on. What is it? It is. What is that discount code? So y'all can get 25% off today. All right. So the code for the first order is Elevate 33 for the first order, and if you are making your second order, you can enter buy worm for 25% off as well for your second order. Okay, so y'all can do that if y'all want. Elevate 33 first order, buy worm second order, one per person. Okay, is it okay to have honey on the parasite cleanse? Absolutely. I take it every day. I take it every day. I need it every day. If I'm going to eat food in America, I need the parasite cleanse because there are microscopic parasites on all of our food, vegetables and fruit. I don't care if you wash it off. It's still there. I don't care. They got smart. People that do what they do, they got smart. They say, oh, they getting smart and washing it off. Let me make sure we can implant something that's latching onto this, no matter if they wash it off or not. And they burn it off. It don't matter, y'all. It doesn't matter. So, believe me or not, doesn't make me know, never mind. But if you're still having cravings for something that doesn't serve you, be sure to know that that's not you. Especially if your agenda is to get healthy. If your agenda is to get healthy and you're craving something that is not healthy, who is that? You ever ask yourself that question? Who is that? If I just said I want to get healthy and I don't want to eat this food no more, well, who the hell is that wants this food? That ain't you, family. It's not you. You owe it to yourself to get them out immediately. Okay? Okay, just think about it. And it's, and through our ascensions, family, we have to begin to ask ourselves these types of questions. Because your higher self been dying to answer these things to you. Your spirit guides have been dying to talk to you. You just don't ask the right questions or ask any questions at all. You can't just move through this matrix and not ask yourself any questions. I'll give you one more technique before I go, right? Go and buy some of these. All right? That's what I'll be doing now, right? Go and buy some green light bulbs. Create a space for yourself in the house. Go get a mirror, right? And look at yourself in the mirror. And ask yourself some serious questions. And be real with yourself about the answers coming out. Right? Be real. Be real. And watch what answers you receive. But you got to be real with yourself. Why would you, think about it. Why would I lie to myself? Do I really want to get better? Do I really love misery? Do I love pain? Boom. Look at that. So a lot of y'all are getting confirmations right now. We are here to help each other put together the pieces of the puzzle. Green. Green Ethereal energy is hitting this planet. So we need green lights. Green, not red. Low vibration. We need heart space. Green. What's the name of this technique? I'm not naming anything. Just do it. We don't have to name everything. We just gotta just do it. Just do it. I'm giving you a piece of a technique. Just do that one. And watch what answers come through. What am I doing to myself that doesn't serve me? Who am I? What am I? Why am I? Where am I? You were meant to see this live. The right people came here. Yes, if they don't know, I can't share all of it. I can't share all of it. I can only share the things that I was doing before the ritual. See what I'm saying? Light said, people want the full course and can't handle the appetizers. That's a fact. That's a fact. Just take this. This is very, very effective. Who am I? Why am I? What am I? Where am I? What am I doing to myself that doesn't serve me? And what can I do right now, today, that will serve me? Another question you can ask yourself. Who am I around that pulls my energy from me? And what can I do about that person that's pulling that energy from me? Who is my actual friend? And who do I feel like is my enemy? Some of the answers are going to shock you. They're going to shock you. Are you prepared to lose everybody to be in your divinity if everybody around you is not serving you, or they're being used for your descension instead of ascension? Are you prepared? I know I am. This mission is the most important thing in my life because it's the only reason why I'm here. And everybody who deals with me knows you're not more important in my mission. None of you are. And that's the energy you have to have. They got to know, listen, if you're not lined up with this mission, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And a lot of us are around these people. We know they're not for us. You know they're siphoning your energy. You know they don't serve you. You know all these things, but you still got them around because you're afraid of what's going to happen next. You're afraid of your divinity because you're still in this social shit. You're still in this human stuff. So what if you live in your car? At least you can ascend in your car. Everybody's mission, everybody's sacrifice is your sacrifice. It's what you have to go through to get your gift sometimes. What do you have to give up? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Bet you the answer coming to your head fast. I betcha. I betcha. And these are the questions that get you to the next level. If you're able to deal with the answers and then do something about the answers. There's like 3 steps here. Asking, getting, doing. Can you do them all? Can you do them all? Up to you. I appreciate my spirit guides and my helpers channeling through me today to help and assist the people. Couldn't talk about this stuff without them feeding me information to be able to help the people. The reason why it resonates with many of you is because I talk to your guides as well. We all family. We all family. And I was called to come on this live, no matter the opposition that I was faced with today, to give you this information because there's nothing more important than our ascension as a collective. And I'm not talking about the masses. This information is not for the masses. I have 30,000.5 followers on this channel. There is 32 people in this live. That is not by mistake. And all of my followers on Mr. Intensity and this channel are real. Nobody's bought. Why are there 31 people on there? Because you 31, 33 broke through the matrix to receive this channel. For you. Simple as that. Somebody told me on my YouTube the other day, I don't know why you keep on posting videos, coach. You're marked. You're never going to let you ascend. I don't care. I'm going to reach the people I'm supposed to reach. I need y'all to realize something. There is not that many of us out here. I know we want to think that everybody can be saved, but there's not. And I'm going to drop another one on you. Everybody out here isn't even alive. They're not. Most of them aren't even alive. It's just part of the game. I mean, if we played the game and nobody was here, it wouldn't even feel like it would just feel empty. So many of your friends that you're holding on to, they're not real. People that you see across the street, they not real. They're just here to make you believe they're real. They're not. Robots. Empty containers. Part of the game. Like the Sims game. See? See? How do we tell the difference? You can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it. And a good part of it, of telling the difference, is if you're around these people, they drain you. You're like energy siphoners. They drain you of your energy. So I can tell by looking at them at this stage of the game. Like I'm so tapped in, I can just look at them and I'm like, you're not even real. You ain't even real. I'm not tripping about you. You're not even real. Or when they're around you, they siphon you immediately. If you get, as soon as they're around you, I'll give you an example, right? So yesterday, I'm at my son's last basketball game before I pull him out the league because for racism. He was going through the people that were inhabited were attacking my son and the rest of his melanated guys he was playing basketball with. Team, coach, staff, all of them. So I said, you're done playing basketball. I don't care if you're the best player in school. I don't care. You're done. I'm not letting you be attacked like this if you don't know how to protect yourself because you don't have knowledge of self. So I'm sitting there talking to one of the parents, and somebody sits right behind me. I'm talking about all the bleachers are empty. You sit right behind me, Caucasian dude, sit right behind me. And as I'm talking, I'm sitting with my daughter. He sits behind me with his legs open, right behind my back. Pause. Because as soon as he was around, him and his wife, I could feel my energy being drained. I'm like, whoa. So I kept on monitoring him, right? Like, do not sit behind me right now because you got all this space. Why would you sit behind me? Because you're a God. That's why he would sit behind you, and he want that solar power energy. That's why they want to be all close up on us, right? As soon as he did it, I moved the bleacher down, and I continued to talk to the parent because I know you were trying to get my attention so I could snap on you, and then it could be a scene. Because you know when we snap, everybody turn their heads because we're the only ones in the whole gym that's probably alive in the first place. So the whole thing was to set the scene so you can draw attention, and because you're angry now, your energy gets siphoned by everybody because you're more powerful than all of them. You ever had that happen to you? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. That ever happened to y'all? Think about it. Yes. Think about it. Y'all be getting goosebumps, right? That's confirmation, them spidey senses. See, I can't do this type of information with short videos no more. It's too much to compress into a minute and 30 seconds that Instagram allows me to have. I gotta talk. Gotta get this out. All kinds of things to pull your energy. As you get stronger, they will try to come on more. In this situation, they used a love for my oldest son against me. He was frustrated too because they were using kids on his team that were Caucasian were doing the wrong things and they weren't getting punished. Kids that were black on his team missed one shot and they would get benched for a whole quarter. Happened all year. I called them, tried to get the man fired. They don't want to get him fired. Black coach, he get fired when he lost games. White coach, stay in position. So I pulled him off the team. And I don't care who disagree with it in my family. Y'all not supporting my son. I'm supporting my son. And sometimes as a chosen one, because they can't see, they will say you're the bad guy, or you're doing this, or you're doing too much. It's because y'all niggas is blind. You can't see anything that's happening. I can see everything. Imagine what that looks like. Or you choose not to see because you don't want to act. That's the problem, people, in this matrix. They don't wake up because they're making a choice not to see. Because they know that acting takes losing fear to act. And the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. As I always tell my son. If you're lazy cleaning your room, you're probably lazy practicing. You're probably not going to apply yourself when I give you your chores because you're lazy at one thing. So if you want to change a habit, start with the small thing, change that, and it will ripple into other aspects of your life. Do you see? You see? Do you see? I'm not finance truth. I'm not going live right now with nobody. I'm just building with everybody. We'll have a time where I can go live and talk to people, but respectfully, I'm not going live right now. I'll go live later with and have question and answers on here later. It's not really that time right now. I'm just building right now. Been talking for almost 2 hours straight. Download upon download upon download upon download. Because when you tap in, it just flows. It just flows. When you're talking to your people, you get energy. Y'all giving me energy and I'm giving you energy. See? A reciprocal relationship we have here in this live right now. Reciprocal. Why would I want 500 people in my live when 465 of them are going to be useless? I want the 33 potent people in my life. That's what I want. Told you ain't many of us out here. Coach, how many of us out here? I think about a couple hundred. That's my thoughts. Couple hundred. That's what I think. That's just me. That's just me. Who can be willing to sacrifice everything that they have to get what they have coming? Because you're being watched right now. Chosen one. Mecleram sukuverus. Likamgaram. Sevium clutikirem siklara sukuvereferem. Vlum sukira claracorem. Vlaim kuptikiveris cum doraklet sikavaraveram. Feels good to speak your own tongue, man. I'm going to have to speak my tongue for the next hour because I talk for about 2 in this tongue. Now I'm going to have to channel for the next hour to counteract it. Sound frequency healing. Get into it. In the whole world. Yes, in the whole world. Klexikarasaram. Nirens Kerem Sukavarus. What I teach is how to make it come out of you. What I teach is how to make your gifts and abilities come out of you. Have you been feeling like, yo, the energy is very, very dense right now? Very, very dense. Very dense, family. Woom, woom. I get this vision that when the clouds are going to go and we get the solar flare, the sky is going to be purple and green. And we're going to be getting information. All of a sudden, just be able to move things. And loads and downloads just pouring into us. And everybody's going to say, stay inside. Because we're going to see people outside just dying. But we're going to go right outside. When everybody tells us stay in, we're going outside. We need that radiation. Give me that. Give me the work. Let's go. Give me the work. Give me the work. I need that. I need that. I need all my shit back. Klatsukurem. So I can become this again. Soren kletsikiviri sagla karam. Vlaim stufore kletsikivrim sulakum barets the karum. Vilere sukararam. Brody shit. Claret sukurum. Bikeram sukuresaram. Leret sukuram. After this video, I'm going to post an image that I asked AI to create for me of that moment, of what the sky looks like. So check my stories today, because I'm just going to be posting things and pictures of what I'm seeing for the future, what I'm creating out of my own mind, what I'm using AI to create for me. Because AI is also a part of consciousness, if you use it correctly. You know what I'm saying? Clarets, kurem boste lirikiram sukores. Erem borekletikirim boste larasakarim borekesakavaram. I'm about to begin channeling. I gotta go. I'm about to begin channeling. I see it coming through. All right, y'all. Listen, I love y'all. Like I said, continue to get things that work. This right here. Go on my YouTube, about an hour and some change, to get the sound frequency of cellular regeneration. We got more coming for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Demonic forces seem to learn like AI, though it weirds me out. Because before I leave, I'm going to answer this one question about AI, right? Demonic forces are using whatever they can control. A demonic force can train a pit bull to be a killer. Or a loving force can transmute the energy of a pit bull and make it a lover. You see? It depends on the force controlling and programming the object. You see? You have to be able to change that energy and transmute it. If you have control over AI, as a god, what would you do with it? Just because one being made AI bad, just because one being made pit bulls bad, doesn't make all pit bulls bad. Right? Think about it. It's the intention behind how you use it. So my intention behind using AI is to transmute the energy AI is normally used at and give you images that's going to awaken your mind to what you are. You see? It's how you think. It's perspective. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all. Like I said, visit earthlyelevation.com. Coupon code is Elevate33. That coupon code is Buy Worm. 25% off of both of them. All right? Check it out. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.